All right, your brain is acting like a toddler who just chugged an espresso. It's running in circles, making a mess, breaking shit, and then crying about it. When it comes to love, it's convinced that the second you feel safe, boom, something terrible is about to happen. And honestly, it's exhausting. But here's the good news. Your brain is trainable. It's not broken. It's just working with some seriously outdated software. And the fastest way to uninstall those buggy, self-sabotaging beliefs and download some upgraded high-vibe programming, we'll get to that in a minute. First, let's talk about why your brain is throwing a tantrum every time love enters the chat. If love has felt like a never-ending reality show where you're the contestant who always gets eliminated, it's not because you're unlovable. It's because somewhere along the way, maybe childhood, maybe that situationship that left you feeling emotionally dehydrated, your subconscious downloaded some garbage beliefs about love. Maybe you think love equals instability, or vulnerability equals getting crushed, or that people always leave. And now your brain is working overtime to make sure you never get blindsided again, which would be fine if it wasn't making you sabotage perfectly good relationships in the process. I created a core beliefs checklist to help you identify what your sneaky beliefs are. You can download it from the description or just comment checklist below. Your subconscious doesn't actually care what's true. It just believes whatever it hears the most. So let's drown out the fear-based nonsense and replace it with something better. So let's get straight to the point. The fastest way to rewire your brain for security and love is sleep tracks. Why? Because when you're asleep, your subconscious is running the show. Meaning, it'll absorb new beliefs without that pesky overthinking part of your brain fighting back. Here's how to make it work for you. First, we need to identify the core beliefs running your love life. Your subconscious is running outdated scripts, like an old PC that still thinks it's 1999. What's the background noise in your head when love feels shaky? They're going to leave. I always ruin relationships. Love just doesn't work for me. Boom, found your limiting beliefs. 2, find a sleep track that actually fixes those beliefs. Think of this like hacking your brain's algorithm. If your core belief is I'm not worthy of love, you need a sleep track that programs I am deeply loved and secure. If you believe people always leave me, listen to ones that reinforce I am safe and loved in my relationships. 3, play it every night. No, it won't magically fix yourself in one try, but repetition is how you got into this mess, and it's how you'll get out. Your brain absorbed nonsense about love for years, so give it at least a few weeks to absorb something better. Play your sleep tracks consistently and watch how little by little you wake up feeling different, more secure, less anxious, less likely to text your emotionally unavailable ex to check in. A client I worked with, Olivia, had mastered the art of pretending everything was fine. Smiling through heartbreak, check. Making excuses for people who treated her like an afterthought, double check. Deep down, she knew something was wrong. Love wasn't supposed to feel like this, love wasn't supposed to feel like constantly proving her worth. But every time she got close to someone, she felt a knot in her stomach, like she was bracing for impact. After another situationship fizzled into nothingness, Olivia was ready to get real in our coaching sessions. She was tired of feeling like she was auditioning for love, tired of waiting for someone to finally pick her. We talked about all the cool ways of subconscious programming. At first, she rolled her eyes. Seriously? Just listening to something in her sleep was going to change the way she felt about love. But she figured, what did she have to lose? So she started. Every night she played sleep tracks that repeated affirmations about love, security, and self-worth. At first it felt like background noise, but after a few weeks, she noticed something. She wasn't chasing anymore. She wasn't clinging to people who made her feel small. She started setting boundaries, real ones. And then love changed, not because someone magically came along to complete her, but because she stopped seeking validation from people who were never going to give it. She started attracting people who respected her, who met her halfway, and more importantly, she finally felt she was enough without having to prove it to anyone. So yeah, Olivia rewired her subconscious while literally sleeping. If this sounds painfully familiar, it's because you've been stuck in the same cycle as Olivia. But you don't have to stay there anymore. Start reprogramming your mind now with subconscious sleep tracks. I have a link in the description. Your future self, the one who actually feels secure in love, will thank you. Here's what's going to happen when you actually stick with this. You'll stop walking around waiting for love to implode. You'll stop mistaking emotional chaos for passion. You'll stop chasing people who treat you like a clearance rack option. Instead, you'll start attracting relationships that feel safe, that feel steady, that don't send you into an existential crisis when someone takes an hour to text back. Because when your brain finally understands that love is safe, that's the kind of love you start calling in. If you're ready to reprogram your brain and actually feel secure in love, I've got you. Check out my Subconscious Reprogram Sleep Tracks playlist in the description, designed to rewire your subconscious fast while you do literally nothing. And if this video just lovingly called you out, hit that button, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's one limiting belief about love you're ready to evict from your brain? Let's rewire this mess together. You've got this. I'll see you in the next one.